Hey, chess enthusiasts. So, we've been talking about openings a lot lately, and this is one of the main openings that you really have to know. It's the French. So, the French opening right here. The French opening is one of the best known openings in the game. Really, the French is it's really well known for its defensive and offensive qualities, and also for its three variations. Which, if you haven't watched the opening intro video on variations and stuff like that, I'd recommend you watch it. It makes this tutorial a lot easier. Also, watch the Rui Lopez. It's another important opening, and the Scotch, Italian, and Sicilian that I'll be putting out later. So the French is important for its many variations and for the different ways it's played. So let's get straight into it. We have pawn to e4, and again, today's video explains how this move is called e4 and all of that. So watch that if you haven't. E5, sorry, e6, and that's what makes it different. It's e6 instead of e5, which is the normal move here. It's more laid back, sort of, by black. And then white takes this as an opportunity to get complete control over the center. So yeah, they have absolute control from the center. It's definitely winning from black in this position, or winning from white in this position, until black does this to try and stop that. So the reason black plays this move is to attack this pawn, but also to get a little bit more opening into the center. And this is where the three variations begin. So we're going to be talking about the tirage, the exchange, and the advance. So my personal favorite is the advance. And in this line, basically the pawn is advancing to e5. And you can see why it's called that. It advances. Now, black tries to get more of the center still. So they attack this pawn, which is a pretty strong white pawn, with c5. White defends the pawn with c3, defending. Black attacks the pawn again and also gets a knight out with knight to c6. White defends with knight f4 or knight f3. Sorry, what's happening? And then queen to b6 is the main attacking move. It's really putting pressure on white. So then there's this move. There's bishop d3. It's a pretty generally good move. It also is there to help white castle, but it doesn't really help protect the pawn. But white knows something. White knows that if black takes this pawn, they'll be in a bunch of trouble. Well, they can take it now. So if they take this pawn, white takes, black takes, white takes back. Now, queen takes knight is a very, very, very bad move for black. You might be wondering, well, white's already up a knight though. They should take back. So, let's see what happens if they do take back. I'll give you guys 5 seconds to try and find the move that's best for white here. Hint, it wins a queen. Alright, here it is. It's bishop to b5. This move checks the king. And as we have learned, if you have a check on the king has to move. So if the king goes here, well, boom. And now we're up a queen. So that's why black doesn't usually take. And if you're wondering how to avoid this on black's perspective, takes, and then either you just end here, or you take, and then the queen just doesn't take back. So that's the French advanced variation. And notice that from here, you can castle, develop. White is yet to develop their knight or their bishop. So yeah, those are the main moves for white here. And then black has to develop their knight, their bishop, castle. They're not even castling yet, so a bit of work to do in development for both until the middle game really begins. All right, that's the advance. We're not over. We're not done yet because now there's the exchange. So lucky for you guys, the exchange is way easier to learn. This is about the extent of the exchange. After this, basically the exchange is just characterized by white kind of wanting a simpler opening, so they take, and now it's an exchange because they both just, take each other's pawns. It's equal on both sides, and then now we just develop, you know, develop how we normally might. Things like that. So yeah, that's the exchange. Pretty simple. And there's not much theory, not much memorizing to do there. And last but not least, one of the most common plays here, here is the Tarrasch, which is knight to b3. Now this is an attack here and here, and it's also attacking. So I would recommend still, developing, but it can lead to some serious end game, or sorry, opening centrifuges. So you're attacking here. You could follow with takes, and then takes, maybe, and then you bring your knight out. So maybe it would look like this, and then takes, and then bring your knight out, develop. It's still developing, but it's more of a respected and also more aggressive, at least, than the exchange. But yeah, that's the French opening. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe and take a look out for other videos I have coming out. See you guys later.